Every Wednesday, we converse with SchoolsFirst Federal Credit Union to provide financial wellness tips to our viewers. And as we're coming up on International Credit Union Day, we thought it was a great time to talk with Joey Cuevas, Membership Development Specialist with SchoolsFirst Federal Credit Union, to learn a little more about what credit unions are and why they're worth celebrating. Hey, Joey.
Hi there.
We're happy to have you on and to celebrate. What is International Credit Union Day all about exactly?
It's great to be here, and thank you. So International Credit Union Day is a day to celebrate and recognize the credit union movement for all of the value that it provides to their members and the community. And so for the last 74 years, on the third Thursday of October, we celebrate International Credit Union Day. And this year, that lands on October 20th. So as an employee of a credit union, that's a day that's very near and dear to my heart. And the theme this year is Empower Your Financial Future with a Credit Union, which is really what we've always been about, financial wellness for all.
I like that. And for those who don't know, can you give a rundown of what a credit union is?
Absolutely. So credit unions are not-for-profit financial cooperatives, and they were started almost 160 years ago in Germany. So and the concept of that and what they are today is really the same. So when you join a credit union, you become a member owner along with other members who have already joined, and any deposits that you and the group make or loan interest that you pay is pulled together to provide much needed financial resources to the group. So in short, credit unions are member-owned financial institutions that provide all of the major financial services that you and your family would need.
Oh, wow. And if a credit union provides financial services, you mentioned member-owned, what makes them different than a bank?
So there are so many differences between a credit union and a bank, but the one I'll highlight first is that credit unions can have a somewhat limited field of membership. So, and each credit union can be a little bit different. So that may look like a certain geographic location or group of employers. And also, credit unions are cooperative, even with other credit unions. So we all kind of link arms and say, our members can use some of your resources, your members can use some of our resources, and we don't charge each other for that. And that can look like a nationwide network of fee-free ATMs, or some credit unions even offer shared branching, where you can walk into another credit union and transact as if it was your own institution. Oh. Also, as I mentioned earlier, credit unions are not for profit. So any earnings that we make go right back to our members in the form of lower rates when they need to borrow, higher rates when they save, and low to no fees, which is wildly different from banks whose primary objective is to earn profits to pay back their shareholders' dividends, where at a credit union, our members are as shareholders. And lastly, I think my favorite thing is that members of credit unions can vote to elect the board who decision the direction of where the credit union goes, which is wildly democratic in comparison, or for a financial institution.
Oh my gosh, so many facts that I didn't know myself about credit unions, so very insightful. And since credit unions are owned by members, does that make credit union accounts riskier?
That's important to know, right? Absolutely not. So credit unions are insured by the National Credit Union Administration, or the NCUA. You may be familiar with the bank version, the FDIC. So both the NCUA and the FDIC insure members up to $250,000 per individual. So even in a worst case scenario, your funds are well protected.
Oh, that's good to know. So how should we celebrate International Credit Union Day?
Dance? No. So I think the best way to celebrate International Credit Union Day would be to look into your local credit unions and see which ones that you may be eligible for and how that membership may benefit you. So for example, here at Schools First, we only serve school employees and their families throughout the state of California. So if you or someone in your immediate family works in a school as an educator or classified staff, you're eligible for membership with Schools First. And because we only serve school employees, we have so many products tailored just towards the needs of those working in education, so many ways to help.
All good to know. Well, me and Joey are going to have a little dance party after this segment, but thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, and for more financial tips, you can visit SchoolsFirstFCU.org.